Hello, everyone. Are you ready to do your Speak Out home practice? My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I have worked exclusively with individuals with Parkinson's and related movement disorders since 1999. Yes, I'm getting old. But with that comes a lot of wisdom, I would say. Don't you feel that way? I am here to help you regain and retain your speech and communication and help you minimize swallowing complications by helping you establish and maintain a consistent home practice routine. Everybody with Parkinson's should be doing speech exercises every single day, as well as your physical exercises, and I'm here to help you with speech. Today, Lisa, my assistant, one of my assistants, has planned a special session about spring cleaning. Everybody say spring cleaning with intent. Ready? Spring cleaning. One more time. Spring cleaning. There you go. Well, that's the topic for today. Let's all take a sip of water and we'll get to the speak out exercises. And in a little bit, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing with your New Year's resolutions that you made? It's already March, and I'm curious as to how you're doing. The first speak out exercise is the warm up. Remember, the name of the program is called Speak Out. So get your voice in front of you. Parkinson's wants to bring it here. Speak out, everybody. May, me, my, mo, moo. Lots of energy, projecting your voice forward. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good job. Let's do it again. May, me, my, moo. You'll notice that I'm pausing just a little bit before I start each exercise. I'm finding that some people have too much tension, okay? As people are returning for the refreshers, they are putting too much tension. We don't want that. So we really need you to be deliberate. Think about it, even though you're practicing with me online. And I think part of it is I might be rushing you a little bit. So before each exercise, we're going to get ready and then speak out. Let's do this again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Connect as many sounds as you can. One more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good job. Let's take a sip of water. Something else I thought about in terms of people using too much intent when doing these exercises. I hope that you're using a computer or an iPad, okay, and prop that iPad up. We don't want anybody holding on to their cell phone while they're doing these exercises. That could create some more tension too. So let's get prepared. Sit up at a table with your computer, your iPad, your water, okay? Let's not sit on the couch and do these. You won't be able, you might end up using muscles that you shouldn't be using when you do these exercises. All right. Speak out exercise number 2, the ah. Deliberately open the mouth wide and project that ah forward. Ah. Good. Let's do it again. Good. Try to make the sound as consistent as you can. Let's do it again. Let's do one that's about 5 seconds with intent. Again. How about one more time? Ready? Good job. We're done with the warm-ups and the ahs. Go ahead and take a sip of water. When I'm talking about how you're doing these exercises, I want these to help you. And we really don't want to be tense. We don't want to be yelling. We want to do these in a good way. So when I say find a good spot to do it, sit at a table, not on the couch where you might be slumped a little bit. This is called deliberate practice, being purposeful and deliberate and really concentrating on what you're doing, not holding on to a cell phone while you're trying to speak out. You end up using other muscles that you shouldn't be using when you're speaking out. All right, so let's be deliberate. All right, next exercise, the glide. Project a steady ah forward and then slowly glide up. Here we go. You really have to concentrate on this. The glide is not supposed to be like singing, so it's not supposed to sound so pretty. Project the ah and glide up. Ready? Ah. Stop all the way. Make sure not to close your mouth or drop your head as you are gliding down. Let's do it again. Stop. Good job. All right, really think about it. If you've become tense, I want you to relax. We're being purposeful, but we're in control. Speak out is not just about strengthening the muscles, but it's about being in control of your speech. So we're not going to have really good control if we can't do the exercises in a controlled way. Let's do another glide. Good job. Let's do one more, then we're done with these. Here we go. are done with the warm-ups, the ahs and the glides, take a sip of water with intent. Very good. So I'm wondering how you've been doing with your New Year's resolutions. And the reason I really thought about this is because I just had my annual review with it's a committee from our board. It's the Executive Compensation Committee that I meet with every year, and I go over my goals and how I did. And at the end of today's broadcast, I'm going to share my annual review report with anyone who would like to stay on and look at it. I'm going to share that report. And, you know, for work, think about when you were working, or maybe you're working now, but some of you are retired. But think about when you had your goals for work, you kind of kept them top of mind. You know, mine are, I look at them constantly throughout the year to make sure that I'm meeting my goals. But why don't we do that with our New Year's resolutions? We made those New Year's resolutions for some reason. So let's keep them in front. Let's not give up on them, okay? Let's not give up. We made them for a reason. They're going to improve our life. So go back and look at them and start working on them. It's not too late. All right, next, speak out exercise, the counting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's wait. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Let's go backwards. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now let's go down this way. All right, here we go. 1, 5, 9, 13. Are you in control? Ready? Next one. 2, 6, 10, 14. 3, 7, 11, 15. 4, 8, 12, 16. It's so hard, especially if you have the symptom where you want to rush your speech. Then you really have to think about stretching out those vowels. Everybody say that with me. Stretching out the vowels. Say it with more intent. Stretching out the vowels. So when you stretch out those vowels, that's one way of using intent. Let's take a sip of water. All right, we're going to move on to the reading material. Spring cleaning, spring cleaning. Do you like to clean? I like it when it's done. All right, let's go ahead and read these sentences with intent. We're speaking out, and we're going to stretch out the highlighted words. Here we go with intent. March is a great time for spring cleaning. Now, I want you to keep in mind that you are speaking out. So the words, every word with intent. March is a great time for spring cleaning. Okay, every word in front. Say it with me again. March is a good time. March is a good time for spring cleaning. Again, March is a good time for spring cleaning. So as you talk, every word is going in front of you. And when you talk later on to your family and friends, it's the same thing. Hi, honey. What's for lunch? Everybody say that. Hi, honey. What's for lunch? So we're learning how to speak out. And we're strengthening the muscles so that we can speak out. All right, here we go. One priority is washing windows. Again, one priority is washing windows. Good. Ready? Dusting blinds is also on the spring cleaning list. Let's slow it down a little bit. Ready? Dusting blinds is also on the spring cleaning list. Next. Vacuuming is a spring cleaning must. Again. Vacuuming is a spring cleaning must. Good. Cleaning out closets also needs to be completed. Again, cleaning out closets also needs to be completed. Next. Don't forget to clean up the exterior of the home. Are you saying every word with intent? Are you stretching out the highlighted word? Let's read it again. Ready? Don't forget to clean up the exterior of the home. All right. Take a sip of water with intent. Again, at the end of today's broadcast, I am going to share my annual report with you. Every year I have my annual review with our Executive Compensation Committee, and I'd love to share our progress that we made this year. And I think this is especially important for those of you, well, all of you, who make donations to Parkinson Voice Project. And for those of you, I know several of you have reached out to me about including Parkinson Voice Project in your estate plans or interested in making a gift to the campaign. So I want you to know what we're doing. So if you'd like to stay on at the end, I will share my report with you. Okay, cognitive exercises. Cognitive is, yes, we're thinking, we're working on word finding, but the key is when you answer, make sure you're speaking out. What are some ways to spring clean the kitchen? I love a clean kitchen. We're not going to read these. We're going to skip through, but I'll just let you read those. See if those are some of the items you thought of. All right. Ways to spring clean the living room. Say every word with intent. Let's see, did you come up with any of these? We're not going to read these, but I'll just scroll through them. These are Lisa's ideas for spring cleaning. How about ways to spring clean the yard and the exterior? Say every word with intent. Really think about it. Did you come up with any of these ideas? Use your best voice. Ways to spring clean a car. I think that's a good idea to spring clean the car. Here are some ideas that Lisa came up with. Now let me ask you this. I added this one on myself. Let's read it together. What is the easiest way to complete your spring cleaning? So answer that. What's the easiest way to get it done? Here's my answer. Let's read it with intent. Hire a housekeeping service and yard man. Yes, that's the quickest and easiest way to get your spring cleaning done. Everybody take a sip of water with intent. You know, sometimes it's good to go ahead and do that. Maybe I don't have a housekeeping service, but once a year to come in and do those blinds and all that hard stuff, that's an idea. All right, Dr. Boone's words. We are working on becoming more aware of how our tongue is moving, and we want to lift the back of the tongue and make it hit the roof of the mouth. Well, you don't really have to think about that movement, but when you pronounce the G, the K, and the NG, when those come out very clear, you know that the back of the tongue lifted the way it's supposed to. Let's say each nonsense word twice. Goo, la, gun, ga, ga. Goo, la, gun, ga, ga. Think about it. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. Gangla, gangla. And last one. Kukla, kukla. Hopefully it's helping you as I pause just a second before we start so that you can really think about it and use your best voice. We're moving on to the bonus reading. All right, your guide to spring cleaning your home's exterior. We have some exciting bonus reading today. All right, bonus reading is about building strength and endurance. Ultimately, everyone wants to work towards being able to read with intent for 3 to 5 minutes in a fantastic voice, really concentrating and being purposeful. That's how you transition the speech to conversation. If you can read for 3 to 5 minutes with intent, you can carry on a conversation with family and friends. Let's read together and exaggerate the highlighted words. Ready? While we're all comfortably accustomed to the concept of spring cleaning, most of us view the effort as taking place solely indoors. It's time to reevaluate. After all, there are several good reasons to extend spring cleaning to the exterior of your home. It's not just about curb appeal, although it's well worth thinking about the first impression your house makes on visitors. It's also about getting maximum enjoyment from your outdoor living areas. And finally, don't forget that maintenance plays a major role in protecting the overall integrity of your home. I hope that you are enjoying the new chat, and I hope that you are especially noticing that the reading material is now at the top. So today's reading material is at the top, but let's say you're doing today's session tomorrow. if you scroll down, you will see the last four reading materials posted there. This is a new feature that Uncork It came up with for our chat, and we really love it. So you will have access to the last 5 days of reading material, and I think that's going to help a lot of people, especially those of you who are practicing with us in other parts of the world. Maybe you're sleeping now, and by the time you do this recording, you've already missed the reading material. So now the 5 days worth of reading material will be saved there. And keep in mind also, though, that the chat is only live during the live session. It's not available all day long because that needs to be monitored to make sure people who are not supposed to be in there are not posting, cures for Parkinson's and things like that. So that's why the chat is only open during the live session. Thank you for joining me today. For those of you who would like to stay on, I'm just going to quickly share with you my annual report that I presented to our board, and I thought some of you might be interested. So I'm going to go ahead and share that. And to everybody else, thank you for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow. Here is my report. Like I said, we have a committee at Parkinson Voice Project that reviews the CEO. And so this is my report. And in it talks about my goals. So one of my first goals was to increase the number of Parkinson Voice advocates. These are Speak Out graduates who are now volunteering, and we have advocates from all over the country now. And last year, January of 2022, we had 22 Parkinson Voice advocates, and as of now, we have 48. We have 27 that meet in the clinic and 21 that meet online. So that's very good. My second goal was to increase participation in our online Speak Out home practice sessions. A year ago, we had 1,608 people practicing with us each day for these sessions. And if you look at the numbers in purple, I hope that you can see those. In November, we had an average, I have to look to the side so I can see my screen better, 3,354 people per day practicing. When we ran the report in December, it was 2,979 people per day practicing. And when we ran the report in January, it was 3,169 people per day. So that's great. A year ago, it was 1,608. And I conducted 195 out of the 260 sessions we conducted in 2022. The next goal was to expand our online music program, and I'll go full screen just for a second just to tell you, we observed many different online singing programs out there, and what we found was that although people enjoyed the singing, we didn't think that people were really singing with intent. And I could tell by watching the people's faces, their mouths weren't moving very much, and so we wanted to create an online Parkinson sing-along where people would really sing with intent, and it would help them with their voices. And that's how we came up with the mini band. So I hope this Thursday you will participate in the Parkinson sing-along, where we have 5 singers, a piano accompanist, and a percussionist. This louder sound promotes more singing with intent. So my report, my goal was to expand that, and we have now done that. We have our little mini band. The week of February 23rd, we had 71 people in the online sing-along. Last week, I think it went up to 72, so that's good. Next goal for this year, thank you for those of you who have stayed on to look at this. One of the goals for this year was to launch our campaign to reach America. where we are going to replicate our free speech therapy program in one university in every state across America. And the goal was to host a formal reception, identify our top 100 donor prospects, and to meet with 20%. And I'm happy to report that in 2022, we secured 28 5-year pledges and 2 4-year pledges, along with what the board and other people, other gifts that have been made to the campaign. We have raised so far $11,043,000. So that's good. We're on our way. We need to raise $20,000. The next goal was to meet with the PVP building committee to figure out what to do about buying our building. And the committee did meet, and they decided that we're going to go ahead and just wait. We're going to wait and meet again next year. You may have heard that we have received a 5-year pledge for $5 million to buy our building. Our landlord is still asking for double the market value for our building, so we're not ready to buy it yet. Our current lease extends out through 2032, so we're not in a rush. And the $5 million building pledge will be paid in 2025. So we've got some time on there. The board also had a goal for me to improve my online presence because I've been doing so many online sessions. So Uncork It has been helping me with that, evaluating my videos and providing feedback, and I do my own self-evaluation. And another goal was to create a formal succession plan. Those of you that have been with us a while, you know that I am the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I have dedicated my life to helping people with Parkinson's improve and regain and retain their speech and communication. We want to avoid swallowing problems, but the board is very smart. They want to make sure that we are thinking about the future, and we are. So they gave me the goal of starting to write a formal succession plan. What will my role be in the future? And so I had the opportunity to meet with one of our Parkinson Voice advocates, who is also a retired psychologist and an executive coach that used to work with corporations and nonprofits. I met with him for 9 sessions. He helped me to think about my future with Parkinson Voice. And I think in the future, not anytime soon, but maybe 5-10 years, I'd like to be a consultant with Parkinson Voice and travel around the country visiting our therapy and research centers. And also, we hired a clinic director this year. That was a big step for us to hire another executive in our program, and that is Hillary Byatt. We have hired her, and she's a wonderful speech pathologist who also happens to have a finance degree from Southern Methodist University. That's most of my report. I know we're out of time right now. Thank you for those of you who stayed on. If you would like a copy of my report, I'd love to share that with you. Just send an email to intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org, and Lisa will be happy to send the full report to you. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.